Warner Brothers' hybrid release of its next 18 movies is a bold new approach to the industry. Wonder Woman 1984 will be released to the roughly one-third of U.S. theaters that are now open, but also to HBO Max's 12.6 million subscribers here in the U.S. Morgan Stanley writing, "We expect the recent news around the Warner movie slate addition should support further HBO Max momentum, although this will likely impact theatrical revenues and create additional costs." The question, with theater chains down dramatically this year, is how much the availability of big titles at home will keep people from returning to theaters when they do open in larger numbers. Bank of America writing, quote, that if the COVID vaccine is distributed quickly and consumers do not return to theaters, it may reveal consumers' preference to watch content at home. Now, if consumers do return to theaters, then Warner Media can easily mimic the Disney playbook of putting a mix of content in theaters and D2C or direct-to-consumer separately. So just how big a threat is streaming overall, not just Warner Max, to theaters? Well, Deloitte reports that post-pandemic, more than two-thirds of consumers say they'd want to watch at least some movies in theaters. But people have become more comfortable with at-home entertainment in general. Now, early in COVID, Deloitte found that about a quarter of consumers had paid to rent or watch a movie at home, and 90% said that they would do that again. Now, Warner Brothers' rivals, Universal, CNBC's sister company, and Disney, they will be selling some of their theatrical releases next year, so charging an additional fee. But guys, it'll be really interesting to see how consumers respond, whether it's flocking to the subscription model or, Morgan, whether it's an eagerness to pay a download fee to watch movies that have just been in theaters.
Yeah, I mean, there's something kind of nice about sitting in your pajamas and popping some popcorn and hanging out on the couch with a new movie, which I think kind of raises the question. I know we've been debating about this in recent weeks, but revisit it one more time, is how long could we actually see this type of dynamic last? Is it something that's going to stretch beyond the pandemic?
Well, so Warner Brothers, Warner Media said this was the plan for 2021. So this is just all about next year, their next 18 movies over the next year. But it was interesting that just yesterday they announced some release dates for 2023 that were just theatrical release dates, indicating that by 2023 they will definitely be back to a theatrical, more traditional theatrical release model. So, Morgan, it'll be interesting to see how it plays out, but some clear signaling with the dating of those movies so far in the future just for theaters.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.